As I mentioned, we're moving pretty fast this morning, but our next coach is with us, the head coach of the #1 ranked Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, Joe Moglia. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, Mark.
Hope you had a good bye week. If you could open up, talk about what the squad worked on during the open date, and we'll start taking questions and talk about the Monmouth Hawks.
We wound up practicing 3 days last week, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we had 3 full practices. We didn't do any hitting, but the objective of everybody on the staff was to look ahead. We have 5 regular season games left, so to look ahead to the 5 games and what is it that we're going to need to compete against that we haven't really seen much of, or stuff that we know we're going to compete against that we haven't done particularly well with. And whatever those offense, defense, or special teams concepts were, that was the whole objective over the span of the week. So I thought that went pretty well, and I thought we got a lot of good work done. And our guys are we don't have a lot of serious injuries, but we got a lot of guys banged up, as we all do this time of year. So it was good to get a break. So I think that was timely for us. Then, as soon as we got into the staff, I gave everybody Friday and Saturday off. But when they had a little free time, they started to look at the Monmouth. So we were a little bit more ready to go than what we normally would have been on a Sunday, without having to worry about evaluating the previous day's game. And I've said this before. I think Kevin has always done a good job there. He's been there a while. He knows that area. He recruits well in that area, and he's got good, tough kids. I think that he forces you to make sure you are well prepared. Otherwise, he's going to hurt you from an offensive perspective. Their passing game is 3rd in the conference. They're 2nd in the conference in touchdown passes. The quarterback is a good athlete. Everybody knows that he's young, but he's a good athlete. He gets himself out of trouble. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball. Their kid, Ambush, is the number 3 receiver in the league. Then they have Reggie White, who's the number 6 receiver in the league. Both of those guys are very different, but both are very effective. Then you've got the running back, Cheney, who was a second-team All-Conference a year ago. So you're looking at a quarterback that can run and pass. You're looking at 2 receivers that can do a lot of things and give you different dimensions, and a running back that is a very, very solid competitor. They got 4 offensive linemen that started or played a whole lot a year ago that are back. So that's certainly an offense I think to be reckoned with. When you look at their defense, they've got positive turnover margin. They got 9 sacks. That's not necessarily a lot, but to put it in perspective, it's more than we've got. They've got 2 guys that have a couple of interceptions apiece. Their defensive back, Basili, is a safety. He comes up really hard on run, and he leads the entire league in tackles. They've got the 38th rush defense in the country. From a special teams perspective, I think they do a sound job across the board. They force you to prepare. They run that pro punt that a couple of our teams in our league do, but not everybody. We haven't seen it yet, so we got to make sure we're ready for that. That was one of the things, because we hadn't seen it. We worked on it a little bit more last week. I like their kicker, White. He's a sophomore. He kicks for him, punts for him. He did a good job the other day with 2 clutch field goals against Liberty, 1 to tie and 1 to win in overtime. That's being able to make kicks under pressure. He also has 38.5-yard average as far as punt goes, and they're sound across the board. So we understand that. I think it was good that we got our break, but we're going to need to make sure that we are disciplined if we're going to be effective.
At this time, we'll take questions for Coastal Carolina head coach Joe Moglia. To ask a question, please press *1 on your phone, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser, and click raise hand if you join via the web. Also, only numbers or media members that are recognizable will be permitted to ask. Any unknown numbers or unfamiliar numbers will not be involved in the Q&A discussion with our coaches.
It sounds like a Wall Street call, Mark. If you have a lot of people on it, you don't know who it is.
Well, something earlier happened, so we got to take different measures. Coach, any players coming back from health-wise that we haven't seen in the last couple of weeks for Saturday?
Yeah, I'm not trying to be vague on this, but I haven't been thinking about that. Calvin Hollenhorst, our defensive end, is probable. I'm thinking across the defensive line, Aaron McFarland is questionable. Leroy Cummings is questionable. The rest of the guys defensively are okay. Chris Jones is probable. He's on the offensive side of the ball as a receiver. And okay, well, if you don't like some of my thoughts, you don't have to be rude about it.
Sorry about that, Coach. We've got
Mark, it's okay. It's okay. But I think that's about it. If I'm missing somebody, ask me a specific question. I'll give you an answer on him. But I think that's where we are.
Pretty good. And my last question for you, heading back to New Jersey, kind of near your home where you grew up, just what does it mean to get back to the area, the tri-state area, and any special plans from your personal side that you'll be able to take in this weekend?
Well, it is home for me, but certainly we've got a game, but that doesn't mean I can't be flexible with that. So, I'm probably going to have, literally, just me, let alone guys on the staff, I'm probably going to have 200 people come to the game. And it's going to be family and friends and, the Wall Street crowd. And, so what I'm going to try to do, I'm probably going to have some sort of a reception. I'm going to try to have some sort of reception Friday night. I know my kids are coming down. And they're going to have a tailgate. We're going to get that catered because, frankly, it's going to be a big crowd. We were actually looking into some contacts that we have on campus in terms of maybe hosting a little reception for an hour or so, like after the game. But I don't think we can work that out. So I think my kids can keep their tailgate going a little bit longer. But I'm looking forward to actually seeing a bunch of family and friends. Many I haven't seen for a little while. But I'm not going to have a whole lot of time. But I'm going to certainly make time Friday, and I'll do what I can after the game.
Well, Coach, we obviously wish you a great trip up to visit with family, and good luck Saturday against Monmouth. And appreciate you joining us, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.